in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. Here comes a return from the 3. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Their own 34-yard line.
Ready up! 79 Broncos! Ready! 70 Timberwolves! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Play action. Here's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. And a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, start, come my team, Cowboys!
Now Daniels. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Washington.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commanders first down. To the air again is Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll get this out wide, and he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Ready?
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves! Go!
Etienne will take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Broncos nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
Nick's gonna throw for it. Moving outside the pocket. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's gonna be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he will score. Evan Ingram, touchdown Broncos. His 12th touchdown of the year. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Broncos come right back to tie it at 7.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Come 19. Come 19. Come on. Hey.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Zach Allen into double figures now. That is sack number 10 on the year. Get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. We'll go play action with Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And he'll be taken down. That is about the craziest situation you'll ever see. Huge gain on the play, but still not enough for the first down.
At the 49-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
On the tackle.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready? Back to 60. Back 70. Hop. 70 Lions.
On the handoff, it's ETN. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
60 by 2. 60 by 2. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Here's Daniels. On the run to the right. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. He had all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
That Gay to kick off for Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. a run with Dobbins. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second down, Knicks.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Rmb Crawshaw, to kick it away. And back deep is Quez Watkins. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's downfield. He's got Sinnott, the tight end. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
It's now 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Nix's pass complete to J.K. Dobbins. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Here comes 2nd and 4. Now Nick's going to look to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Scrambling to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
On the set. 79 Broncos. Go, go.
On play action, Daniels escaping to his left. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick 6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line.
Ready? Ready? Rep 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up 3rd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
The RPO, that one is complete. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Play action now. It's Nix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Little quick pass to the receiver heading left. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. That's taken at about the 14. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey! Japanese Timberwolves. Hot 70, hot 70. No.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. This is intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Eagles 28, Commanders 17. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Now Watkins on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
On first down, Daniels. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 32
A
yards.
big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2. At the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Third and 2. Here's Daniels. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20.
13 yards on the
13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
To the air again is Daniels. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will get into the end zone. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing again, Daniel. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Gay to kick off for Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Hicks, now to throw it here on first down. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. On on the ground. Here's Dobbins. Past midfield. J.K. Dobbins. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos are able to extend the lead.
Commanders 23. Will Lutz to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Now Watkins on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready?
Play action. Here's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now Daniels. Pushed out to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On the jump.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
70, hop, set, come 19, come 19.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's hot. Left side. It's complete.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making quite the statement that you are going to be aggressive all day long.
Now it's Dobbins, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Third down and 9. He'll give it to Dobbins.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
A gain of a yard. It's now fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Broncos add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
At their own 30-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Daniel. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 12 yards.
That was good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Allen. He is having one heck of a night. His 3rd sack of the game.
Dragon 60. Deputy. Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Throwing on second down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Broncos have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Now, Watkins on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
79 Broncos. 70 line.
Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
70, Hawk 70.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Ready, break. Come on, come on. 60, 19 card, 19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18.
Daniels now on first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 11 at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
On second down, it's Daniels. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Ready, ready.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80.
Daniels gonna throw again. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal.
Ready.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Broncos 45, Commanders 29.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's Dobbins. Oh, yeah. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Denver first down. On the toss, they'll run. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Drop play here for Harvey. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Dobbins And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running?
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 19 Lions.
They'll throw with Daniels. And the pressure, too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Now Daniels throwing on. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jalen Phillips in there to drop him as he registers sack number 4 on the season.
Blaster, 6. Here we go, here we go. Red, 38. Set, cut.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
Sky Moore, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike, and just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Here we go. Punt.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Is a turnover on downs.
And in motion is Ingram. On the handoff, running left is Harvey. He gets free. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos and make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time.